I'm René Rovtar. I'm the superintendent of the Montville Township School District, and I have the benefit of coming in and actually launching this celebration, having just come in at really the tail end of it after many other people had done significant work to start this project, to bring it to reality. So I'm most grateful to them. Some of them you will hear from this evening. So we do have a number of folks who will be making some remarks this evening. So without any further ado, I would like to turn things over to Dr. Matthew Kayne, who is the president of the Montville Township Board of Education.
Good evening, everyone. And on behalf of the Montville Township Board of Education, welcome to the new high school media center. This building was built back in 1972. Back then, the school's library was a book warehouse whose only technology was likely a few push-button telephones, a projector, and a Xerox machine. The world of technology sure has come a long way. I do want to thank a few groups of individuals. To the dozens of people that worked on the task force, that parents, teachers, administrators, board members, and students, look at this facility and realize that you have had a profound effect on this school forever. This now is the new focal point of the high school. To Dr. Rovtar, thank you for coming into the district and helping to move this project towards completion. To our past superintendent, I see Dr. Freed is here. How wonderful to see you here this evening, Dr. Freed. Thank you for your vision and guidance. Dr. Freed, you have left an indelible mark on this district. To our high school teachers, library media specialists, Jen, administration, vice principals, Mr. Nasdaq, Mr. Shira, and Mr. Sanford, thank you for your work to this point. We all know you will be excellent advocates for this highly innovative state-of-the-art facility. The true work begins starting tomorrow, and in speaking with Mr. Sanford, I can only say his excitement about this facility is palpable and I believe contagious. Finally, to our coveted students of the district, whether you are in one of the 5 elementary schools, at Lazar, or here in the high school, at some point in time, you will be a student here in this school. This is your media center.
I really had the good fortune to serve on the Media Center Steering Committee from the beginning, and the committee really does deserve a great deal of thanks and much credit. Serving on the committee gave me a unique perspective and appreciation for how well a project can progress when there is collaboration, cooperation, inclusiveness, and leadership. And in this regard, I would like to recognize and thank Mr. Doug Sanford for his strong leadership in bringing this project to completion. It would now give me the great pleasure of introducing Andrea Orris.
Thank you, Karen. Actually, I'm quite humbled by Karen's kind words, but in my opinion, it takes a village, or in this instance, it takes a community. While Kim and I were thinking maybe we could change the carpet to get rid of the smell.
I want to share just a couple quick points about this project that I think are fairly unique and you won't see in any piece of literature. For me personally, my introduction to this media center was, I think, on my second day of being employed in this high school, when I was treated to a lovely facilities walkthrough. I think Jim Tevis was on that walkthrough, I think Steve Toth, and so were Ms. Passaretti, Ms. Orris, Ms. Matron, Ms. Manfra, and I think Ms. Skoletsky. I think all those folks were part of that facilities walkthrough. This might have been the end of our tour, or at least near of it. Save the best for last. But that led to that, fast forward a few months, and we have the first tricky trailer, the first one I had experienced, where the proceeds were dedicated to this particular project. Not long thereafter, that led to the creation of the Media Center Committee and a whole plethora of, or I say, a year and a half worth of research on our end to decide what was the best course of action. And then also, when we went to that point where we started to include the Board of Education members, I still remember one member coming into one of our Media Center Committee meetings And it seemed like it was the tone. He set the tone with the things he said. One particular phrase, just dream big. Don't dismiss any idea. There's no idea that's going to be too big. And that really opened the doors for us to put out any idea on the table. Now, not every idea made it to the final project, but nevertheless, I think we came up with a fantastic space that really is a wonderful renovation to this high school. And a few things I'll just share. Key features, in my opinion, of the Media Center: flexibility of the space. That was a word also that permeated every discussion we ever had, flexibility. We didn't want to design this space just for the students of today. We wanted to design it for the students of tomorrow and make sure that it was something that would accommodate them, or at least be able to change very easily to accommodate them. Other things are, we wanted it to be very inviting. We wanted it to have a lot of natural light, be bright, be fresh. And finally, I think it was all about creating user-defined spaces, something that would accommodate the individuals that are there. They would feel no sense of restriction to be able to do whatever they wanted to do. But the Media Center on January 19th, 2016 is dedicated to the students, staff, and community members of Montville Township.
Come on!